This is the disappearance of Maura Murray, a case that has confused investigators, divided the internet, and remained unsolved for more than 20 years. What happened to a promising young nursing student on a quiet New Hampshire road in 2004? Today we walk through the timeline, the evidence, and the theories, step by step. Maura Murray was a 21-year-old nursing student at the University of Massachusetts Amherst. She was athletic, intelligent, and disciplined, but she also carried private struggles, stress, academic pressure, and a series of personal incidents that hinted at a life under strain. On the surface, everything looked normal. Underneath, something was brewing. In the days leading up to her disappearance, Maura was acting strangely. She received a phone call at her job in the campus security office. After hanging up, she broke down in tears, unable to continue working. The reason for the call has never been publicly confirmed. Soon after, she emailed professors saying there had been a death in the family. But there was no death. She packed up her dorm room, removed photos from the walls, and left campus. Whatever she was planning, she wasn't expecting to return soon. On February 9th, 2004, Maura Murray drove her black Saturn north. She didn't tell her friends, her boyfriend, or her family where she was going. Her destination remains unknown. At 7:27 p.m., a resident on Route 112 in Haverhill, New Hampshire, reported a car crashed into a snowbank outside their home. When neighbors came outside, they found Maura's Saturn damaged, airbags deployed, and Maura standing outside the vehicle. One neighbor approached to help. Maura insisted she had already called roadside assistance, even though there was no phone signal in the area. The neighbor went inside to call the police anyway. By the time law enforcement arrived, about 7 minutes later, Maura Murray had vanished. Inside the car, officers found her belongings, her gloves, her CDs, a box of wine, and a soda bottle that smelled strongly of alcohol. Her phone was gone. Her wallet was gone. Her keys were gone. There were no footprints leading into the woods, and no sign that she had been injured at the scene. A few witnesses reported seeing a single person walking quickly along the road, but in the darkness, no one could confirm that it was Maura. The next morning, New Hampshire authorities launched one of the largest searches in state history. Helicopters, dogs, thermal imaging, and hundreds of volunteers combed the area. Tracking dogs followed Maura's scent, but only for a short distance down the road before it abruptly ended. This led investigators to believe she may have entered a vehicle. Despite the massive search, no trace of Maura was found. No clothes, no tracks, no belongings, nothing. Theory 1, voluntary disappearance. Some believe Maura left intentionally to escape stress in her life. Her packed dorm room and sudden departure fuel this idea. But supporters argue Maura had plans for the future and no history of running away. Theory 2, accidental death. Another possibility is that she fled the crash scene and succumbed to the cold in the surrounding woods. But after extensive searches with no sign of her, many investigators doubt this. Theory 3, abduction. The most widely discussed theory is that Maura accepted a ride from someone, willingly or unwillingly, and never made it out alive. The sudden end of her scent trail supports the idea that a car picked her up. Theory 4, someone she knew. Some suspect Maura may have been meeting someone. She had made several unexplained phone calls before leaving campus. No evidence confirms this, but the secrecy around her trip raises questions. To this day, none of these theories have been proven. 20 years have passed. No confirmed sightings, no remains, no resolution. Maura's family continues to fight for answers, maintaining that she met with foul play and that someone, somewhere, knows what happened that night. Her disappearance remains one of America's most haunting cold cases. A story frozen in time on a dark winter road in New Hampshire. This is the disappearance of Maura Murray. If you have any information related to this case, contact New Hampshire Cold Case Unit, and thank you for watching.